Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. How's everybody doing today? Let's see who is in here. Hey, the Nichols. How you doing? Happy Friday. What's up, Nay? Happy Friday. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Happy Friday. What up, Mr. BS? I saw you was on time too, fam. That's what I'm talking about. Happy Friday. Oh, Miss Cheryl, that's you who said it's 81 there. It was warm here today, too. But you know, that means about 150 where Mr. BS at. Hey, G Mama. Happy Friday. Hey, fam. Happy Friday. You was late, though. 7:03. Live was supposed to start at 7. You should have been waiting at 6:59. Let's see who else is there. So actually, I should probably say people's names by their actual channel names. Are you familiar with 2A in LA? That's who we refer to as fam. Watching from the bushes, sir. Okay. We got G Mama Grows in here, Miss Cheryl Nerese, Mr. Bullshitter. We call him Mr. BS. Growing with Nay. Any 2A in Central Florida? Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. There's some 2A in Central Florida. What kind of question is that? Hey, Miss Teresa. Now, mind you, I would have to find you somebody in Florida. She'll be back, y'all. I had to find y'all somebody in Florida, but I know I can because I know several people who are there. So I just hit them up and say, hey, hook me up with a good instructor in Florida. Okay? I got you, sis. If you seriously looking for one, email me and I will make sure I connect you with somebody. And it won't be just anybody. I see you, sis. I knew you'd be back.
Technology is great when it works.
I know, right? Listen, this is my live stream and I freeze all the time. Okay? It be acting up and my Wi-Fi, my router is just a room in front of me. And child, it don't be one to act right. Hey, Mike, happy Friday. Hey, TLC in the garden. Happy Friday, sis. Let's see. Hey, aunties, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hey, Urban. Happy Friday, sis. How you been? How was your week? Hey, Sunshine. Happy Friday. Sunshine said, hey, Valentina.
Hey.
Yes, let's see. We're going to get into that question, though, Nay. I don't know, like I said, anybody right off the top of my head, but I know several people in the space in Florida. They're just not instructors, but they can get me connected. Hey, LGG. Happy Friday, sis. Y'all coming in. I see you. I need to share my own live. Y'all know I have to do that sometimes because this algorithm be trying to play me. Hey, Samantha. Happy Friday. Y'all make sure y'all share the live. Sunshine said technology is fantastic since it started after I started behaving. Be behaving. I don't know about that part, Sunshine. I think you that's that
It's
ma'am.
up for interpretation.
That part. What up, Key? Happy Friday, sis. Let's see. Yeah, I got behind. What's up, Jason? Happy Friday. Are you familiar with Jason Ewing? He also
No,
goes by White Rambo.
no. Would love to connect.
Yes, he will. I don't know if you plan on going to a regular meetup, but he will definitely be there. He was
I have
nominated.
plans. I have plans
Yeah,
for sure.
he was nominated for New to the Game.
Yeah, I got nominated too.
I know, for Instructor of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
ma'am.
Yeah, I definitely want to get down there. I was just in Florida. I was actually in Florida. There was a huge storm here in Jersey or the East Coast, and I was in
Uh-huh.
Florida.
The best place to be when something like that is happening.
Absolutely.
The best place. Hey, Donzel, happy Friday. All right, let's see. I'm about to share my live out real quick, if that's okay. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my guest introduce herself while I'm sharing out the live.
Oh, okay.
So you
Go.
can introduce yourself to the live stream community and just let them know who you are and just a little bit about yourself because we'll do a deep dive into it with the questions, but with just a little bit about yourself and who
Okay.
you are. All right.
Well, hi, everybody. My name is Valentina Richardson Green. I am the founder of Naturally Armed. I'm out of New Jersey, actually, Newark, New Jersey, born and raised. A firearms instructor, speaker, advocate, all around lover of the pew pew and empowering people to step into places and spaces that they have historically not felt seen or heard. And as it relates to firearms in New Jersey, New Jersey is definitely one of those places. A very difficult road as it relates to the Second Amendment community. So I got into it just to encourage and be a face that looks like mine. So when people that came around, they say, hey, she's in there, maybe I can give it a go. So that's just a little bit about me.
Absolutely. That's good because that does help when people see people like they sell and
Mhm.
that lets them know, okay, so we in here. And we are actually, contrary to what people think, Black women themselves, we are monopolizing this industry quite a bit these days. They
Fastest
seeing us show
growing,
up.
fastest growing demographic.
We are the fact, and we're spending the most money out here,
Never had a
as we
problem with
do,
spending a little bit of money.
as we do, as we do. So yeah. Hey, Take Money, how you doing, fam? Hey, Shanna, happy Friday. So hey, Good Eats, where you been? Happy Friday. Um, I think that's the only people I saw come in after. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any questions that y'all might have dropped in the chat. But there is the question of any 2A in Central Florida. Central Florida, not knowing me, not knowing where that actually is as far as Florida goes. So give me like a city that might be like, oh. But I do know off the top of my head at least three people in Florida that are in the 2A space. One being a regular gun guy who is setting up the regular meetup, but the other two are in Miami, which is they got several businesses: Apex Mountain, 2A Ruse, we off the beaten path. So they have a lot of things going on, but it's cush and breezy that are part of the 2A community, and they are also in Florida. They're closer to the Miami area, but I definitely could find you someone, like I said. So hit me up through email and I will try to connect you with somebody. But do you know anybody right offhand, Valentina, that's in the 2A as far as the instructor in the Florida area?
I would have to get back to you, but as far as like a good resource connector, two of the names that you mentioned, the regular gun guy for sure. If you just hop on his live, I feel like it's tonight. He usually does like a Friday. You can just jump on it and just say, who out there, X, Y,
Mm-hmm.
and Z, and he is going to connect you. He is a tremendous resource and a great connector. And Apex, I just met them. I connected with them maybe a
And
week
shot.
ago.
Oh no,
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 when I
no.
was,
Oh, they were at the event. The one you were just at when we spoke.
yep,
Were they
2A
doing the
Freedom Fest.
videography?
2A Freedom Fest. They came through. They came through. Just good people.
They
Good
dope,
people. I
ain't
was
they?
good
Them are
people.
some dope cats. Like I will be attending an event in May that they got me connected to, but I'm like, I'll be there again this year. And it's
Okay.
in Minnesota this year. It's POMA, which is the Professional Outdoor Media Association. So
Nice.
I'll get to see them then. But
Okay.
they'll be at the meetup as well because it's in their backyard. They're
Yeah.
in Florida. So they're like, yeah, they'll be pulling up there.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That is dope. I didn't know if you went to SHOT Show because I know they were there.
No, I didn't make it to SHOT Show with there was a conflict with my other. We got like 5,000 jobs. I got a few
That
jobs.
part, say that. I
Got to
get
make
told all
those
the time
ends
I be
meet.
doing too much.
No, no, never. It's never. I feel like it's still never enough. But
It never is. It's always something else I could be doing, right?
right. But I heard SHOT Show was a time. I heard it was a time.
See, I haven't been. I have
Next
not been
year,
to SHOT Show.
next year I will definitely be making an appearance for sure.
See, so I only put this comment on the screen because this is the narrative that the community has about me. Because my last four firearms were either three of them I won, and one of them someone else won, but they gifted it to me.
Won't he
So
do
I
it?
haven't purchased a firearm in quite a while. Now, when I first started, I was purchasing a little crazy, but uh, my I won my first one. I won was at Arm. It was at Arm 4. I
Okay.
won a platypus, and then at on after that I won a Cosent Arms 2011. I won
Okay.
that from Team Blacksmith. I don't know if you're familiar with who he
I
is.
am very familiar.
So he gave it away on his channel, and I won it. And then I won um, a shotgun from what is Sierra? Is it Sierra Arms? They're on Instagram. They were doing a giveaway, and
Oh,
I
you
just
just I need to get with you and rub some of that off on me because I say when I've gone to fundraisers and auctions, it's not really win because I'm paying for it. But no, I've not won a firearm anywhere, and no one's
went.
gifted me anything. So if anybody's in the mood to gift me something, I will
Listen,
put it all over the place.
and the gifted one, the person won it at Arm 4. She won an AR, and then because of her some things going on with her state with
Mhm.
the firearm rules, she ended up asking them to give it to me. So I got an AR rifle through
Very
yeah.
nice.
But yeah, so the narrative is I'm winning my whole collection of firearms, and I'm okay with that narrative
That's not a
because it
bad
wants to
narrative
keep
to
it
have.
going.
We'll sprinkle some of that over here. My
Listen,
collection is growing, but I take all gifts, all donations.
I'm with you. I will tell you. I always this is something I shared a lot. I even shared when they posted about it on Instagram, but missed out on some wins, I think, because I be sharing the stuff to everybody. I don't be gatekeeping. But
No,
if
that's why
you
you
follow,
actually keep winning. That's why you keep winning because you don't gatekeep.
there you go. But if you follow, definitely follow Team Blacksmith.
Hmm.
He does some dope giveaways. 2A in LA. If you're not following him, definitely follow him.
Okay.
He has some of the best giveaways. He does give now. Tua in LA does two types of giveaways, and usually every time he goes live, he is giving away something. He does a giveaway for just his subscribers, and then he
Okay.
has a giveaway for his members. Pretty much every single time he goes live. Last
Wow.
year, I want to say he gave away three different firearms. Hmm.
Okay.
Yep, he gave away at least three. It might have been four. Don't give me the lie. And Team Blacksmith did the same thing. He gave away three or four.
I have to reconnect with you because he's right. They're right here. I was on another podcast with him, Black Powder podcast.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
That's when I had an opportunity to connect with him. So I definitely need to tap in with them because they are literally right next door.
That's definitely connect with him. Make sure you follow both of them. They had, to me, they got the best giveaways on this platform. They usually give them away on YouTube, but they'll talk about it through Instagram and YouTube. They'll post about
Okay.
it, I should say. You're right, Urban. Lulu is in Florida. Thank you.
Lulu
She sure
Tactical.
is. Lulu Tactical. She sure is. Like I said, Nay, email me. Yeah, Lulu Tactical is definitely in Florida. Hey, J3. Hey, Sylvia. I saw y'all come in. So we gonna get into some of these questions. I'm just looking through the chat to make sure I didn't miss. I don't want nobody feel like I'm snubbing them and didn't speak. I'm looking for y'all. I'm looking. Bam, don't come for me. Talking about she stay winning. Now you know where I don't be winning at. In case y'all want to know, fix it 2A in LA. Cause I be trying to win them firearms. And you be giving them to other people. My giving my guns to other people.
Your guns. Claimed it. Claim it.
Listen, hey sweet thumb, how you doing? Sunday. Happy Friday, y'all. I go live on Fridays and Sundays, and
Okay.
I be forgetting what day we doing. All right, how did I get this far behind? I see there's a lot of y'all in here though, but I don't see. Oh shoot. Um, what is that? Hey, Shonda, Confidence Reloaded is in here.
Hey, Chonda.
All right, I caught up. All right, y'all. So let's get into these. Let's start getting into these questions. All
Okay.
right.
Let's get into the questions.
So let me think. Let me see. Okay, my first question is, for someone that's looking to learn more about firearms, what would you suggest for them? So
I
somebody
would.
that's new.
Okay. What I would do, something simple, if you have no one in your family or your immediate friend group to talk to, I would a quick Google search to find a local range that has a range and a gun store and does classes. Search around there, stop in, because most of them that have all of those components love when people come in to get information, especially in this
Mhm.
community, because there's so much misinformation out there. They're happy when people come in to ask questions. So I would connect with a local range that does courses and has a store and just pick their brain. Pick their
Mhm.
brain. YouTube is also a pretty good resource, but I would say go there. You need to feel, get the experience, talk to people. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna go in there, ask a couple questions, you're gonna look up, it's gonna be 2 hours later. Because gun people love to talk.
We love to talk about what we passionate about, don't we? Don't matter what that
Absolutely.
thing is.
So
That's
true.
good advice. I like that. And I know when I first got into the space, so I've been in the 2A space now since 2023.
Okay.
So it has not been that awfully long. And the reason I remember how long it's been is because the year before I went to the first arm event was when I got into the space. Somebody came in through my timeline on YouTube and it sparked my interest, the thumbnail, and I checked out the channel and it just went from there. And I started learning about more people who were in the space.
Mhm.
However, I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me. And when I decided to go through training, I wanted to know what the ladies were doing.
Okay.
I don't want to know how the men are carrying. I don't want to know what they're carrying. I mean, it's good to know, you know, but I wanted to know what the ladies were doing because we are different. Like we're going to carry different and all those kind of things. So I had a lot of questions in that space of what are ladies carrying? Not that I'm gonna go by what they're carrying, but I want to know what they're carrying and why. Like I'm that person. Why did you choose that? You know, so I know what I want to look for my why in choosing something. And then how are you carrying it? How did you get comfortable carrying it? How did you get comfortable carrying outside of your house? You know, that's a good question for you. How did you just automatically become when you decided you were going to get into, you know, learning to shoot a firearm or, you know, all that and purchasing a firearm, were you just immediately comfortable carrying that firearm?
No, it was definitely not immediate. And in New Jersey, is you don't just get to carry. You
Mm-hmm.
get your firearms ID card, and you have to get that additional license for concealed carry because Jersey only has concealed carry.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of me, I carried around my house. I made a point to just carry in my house because I'm in my
Mm-hmm.
house. So
Mm-hmm.
I have holsters like I have shoes. So I tried on the different holsters. I carry a couple of places. I carry a belly band. I carry it up high. I carry it up low because I have a lot of real estate to work with. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to
Mm-hmm.
to carry up high. So that's what I do. So I started in the house wherever I was. If I was doing laundry, if I was cooking, I even have videos on on my
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. Just do that. Just get comfortable with carrying in and around your house, going down
Mm-hmm.
in your basement, going on your patio. Just do it like that. And then once you're legally licensed to do it, depending on where you're at, just start that way.
Yeah,
Just
I
know
like
where
that.
you're able to go. Because again, Jersey has about 25 different sensitive areas where you cannot legally carry, but just knowing the laws of where you can and just take it one place. If you go into the
Yeah.
grocery store and you're good with that, go to the grocery store. Try it
Mm-hmm.
again. Go here. Go here. Day by day with what your comfort level is, and but you have to do it. That consistency and practice, it becomes that muscle memory that anybody that's in firearms knows about. Muscle
Yeah.
memory, you get up, you put on your holster, you put on your gun, and
Yeah.
you go out the door. So that's how I pretty much started doing it like that around the house.
I like that. That's exactly how it was for me. And it was by advice of someone else because I wasn't comfortable. And it's like
Mhm.
just carry it around the house. Don't even put the magazine in it. Just carry it and get used to the weight of it. Get used to feeling it on your body so you see if it's how it's comfortable. Then once you're comfortable, carry it with the magazine in it, but maybe no ammo. You know, and I baby stepped my way to it, but pretty much the same thing though. And then when I got comfortable, I was like, okay, let's see. I'm gonna go to the store carrying. Went to the grocery store. Then it was like, oh, well, that was painless. You know, it wasn't as scary as I felt it was gonna be. I thought my fear was that people were gonna know, and then they were gonna freak out because they knew I was carrying. Now I don't even think about that.
Yeah, that definitely has to go with checking your outfit before you leave the house. You're already checking your outfit. You want to make sure your hair and everything is where it's supposed to be. You just check to make sure you're not printing.
Yeah.
You just
Which
make sure your
sometimes you
outfit
still
covers
will.
it. Yeah, you still
Yeah.
will. You still will, but you do everything. Make sure how it look on this side. Check this profile. Check this profile. And even after you do that, you need to do some presenting in the clothes that you're in. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're wearing a hoodie, you need to do a couple of runs before you leave the house with what you actually have on.
Mm-hmm.
You got two
Yeah.
layers, two layers. You got to get comfortable with what you have on because that's what you have on that day.
Yep.
That's part of it for sure.
I like that. I like that. I had something that came into my mind as you were talking about that. And I lost it. Look,
It'll
that's
come
how my
back. It'll
brain
come
is.
back.
It'll come back. So my next question is, and I oh wait a minute. That's true. First carry, you think the SWAT team is going to come get you. Yes. that's what came to my mind. As for because for I'm in Ohio and we are actually an open carry state. Like I can open carry if I want to. I don't want to, but I could. Um, so our laws here are very much more lax than most states when it comes to carrying. I don't even have to have a CCW to carry concealed.
As it should
Um,
be. The
hmm,
God-given right to protect yourself. You shouldn't have to
hmm,
have a piece of paper, electronic or otherwise, to be able to defend yourself.
hmm. That's fact. Um, that is very true. Meaning basically all holsters ain't made the same. All pistols ain't made the same. Like all the things. That's why you should definitely do your homework. So my next question is do you have any recommendations on how someone should go about vetting an instructor?
That's a good question. Uh, First thing is do a little research, see what you see online about them. That's the simplest thing before. Have a conversation with them. Anybody that reaches out to me over the phone or online, I don't go into a range. I don't put a firearm in their hand until we've had a conversation. And my conversation is
Mhm,
usually about an hour at least. Have a conversation with the person. See how they make you feel during the conversation. Are they receptive to your questions? Are they just, does it sound like they're reading off a script when they're talking to you? Or are they actually asking you questions? Find out the last time that your instructor had training. Uh, any good instructor is training is ongoing, learning is
mhm,
ongoing.
mhm,
So find out the last time that they actually had some type of training. Another thing I ask people to do is, now, if we're already there, can you do what you're asking me to do? If you're going to ask me to do A, B, and C, can you do that? And can you
mhm,
do it well? So those are the things. Can you do what you're asking me to do? When is the last time you had training? And how do you make me feel in your presence? Because firearms can be a very scary situation if you're
mhm,
stepping into that space. You need to have someone that makes you feel comfortable in that space. Because
mhm,
when people contact me, I tell them I might not be the right person for you.
mhm.
So get to know me first. Let's
Yes.
have a conversation, or we'll do like a one-on-one session. I do like range buddy sessions. That's what I call them, prior to
Mhm,
like a regular training class or a group class. I do group
mhm.
workshops. I do one-on-ones. So I start people with a range buddy sessions because you need to get a feel for me just like I need to get a feel for you. And
Absolutely.
and yeah, that's what you have to do. And it's okay to decide that maybe this is not the right person for me.
Mhm,
And another thing is they might be okay with you for the first part of your journey. One of the things I tell people, my organization is about getting people introduced and comfortable. You're not supposed to stay with me forever. If you're staying with
mhm,
me forever, that means I'm not doing my job as an instructor. Now you can
mhm,
come back and we can shoot together, but once I get you comfortable and confident, moving safely in this space, I turn you over to another instructor who's at that next level so that you can begin to grow. Yeah, if you stay
mhm.
with me forever, I'm not doing my job.
Yes. That's good. I like that. So how long have you been instructing?
Uh, let's see. Almost going on 2 years. Almost 2 years.
Okay. Okay. And I do know like in Jersey and New York it's a little tougher
A
being
little bit, a little
someone,
bit.
yeah, because I had Frosty Defense. I'm trying to think of her full name, but anyway, I had her on last year, I believe it was, and she's in New York.
Mm.
And I remember talking about that, like how much more difficult it can be to even be someone who could even purchase a firearm.
It,
So,
yeah, there
because
was a
isn't it
study.
different for pistols than it is for rifles in the state?
Absolutely. In New Jersey, you have to have a firearms ID card. That's your initial license to purchase firearms, and that covers you for. rifles, shotguns, and handguns. But if you decide you want to have and purchase a handgun, you have to pay for an additional permit, a handgun permit. So the FID card is you have to have it anyway. But you
Mm-hmm.
can get rifles and shotguns. But if you want a
Mm-hmm.
handgun, you have to purchase an additional permit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's different. One of
Yeah.
the
I think you
things
have to practice patience with that.
is, yes, you do. You absolutely do. But even with the patients, using your voice, advocacy is important, because you may not be a
Mm-hmm.
person that can go out and be the one that testifies in the state capitol or at your municipal level, but there's organizations that you can donate, because they have people that can do that for you, because some of us got to
Mm-hmm.
work and that we don't
Mm-hmm.
have the time to do it. So it's you got to get involved. In New Jersey, there was a study done maybe about a year or so ago, uh, that identified that people of color are in New Jersey are denied 10 times more likely for their carry permits than non peoples of color.
Mm-hmm.
And there are particular counties within New Jersey where that rate goes up to almost 50%.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a different landscape from state to state, unfortunately, and even more so county to county. And it shouldn't
Yeah.
be that. So
Yeah. You're right. It shouldn't be. Um, so you said you've been training now for 2 years, well, about 2 years.
mhm.
What are some of the things that you see as a trainer when you're in maybe the range that you're kind of like, okay, some people might need some a little more help here, like some of the no nos that you see when you're out there.
Some of the no-nos. Some people think because of prior work experience that that makes them automatic experts in firearms, and that's not the case. Uh,
I've heard that. I literally was listening to a live stream about that yesterday. Like, just because you're ex-military or an ex-police officer, that does not mean you are an expert.
Yeah, I have the utmost respect for law
Mm-hmm.
enforcement and our military personnel. My dad,
Mm-hmm.
disabled vet, and was in law enforcement. I have quite a few friends in law enforcement, but there are different positions in all of those areas, and you may have been in a position that did not require you to utilize your firearm on a regular basis. So you don't have to use it
Mm-hmm.
other than for qualifications. Another thing is I grew up doing this. I grew up doing this, or I automatically should know how to
Mm-hmm.
do this because I am a man. I should automatically know how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So some of those things
Yeah,
come up.
I can see that. And that goes back into you saying you should always be training, you should always be learning. So if you're always doing that, those that what you already were doing won't even be in question because you would be building on that as you go.
And honestly, when you train, is you train one way, and then when you go back and you go to upskill, it's like you're almost relearning. Because
Mm-hmm.
whatever got you through that first level, now you're moving to another level. That worked there. Now we're going to break that and build you up again. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
constant learning process. You got to be open to that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I train people, yes, but I take other people's trainings, and when I go there, I'm a student. I'm
Yeah.
fully immersed in what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me like I don't know anything, because I want to take it all in to make me a
Mm-hmm.
better student. It makes me a better teacher. It just makes me a better person all the way around, to be open and receptive to other people's knowledge and way of presenting information.
Yes. That's good. Hey, Siege. Siege always comes in with good questions. So she said, "Do you train in any other form of self defense, like knives or martial arts?"
Recently, BJJ just got into doing that. I did an event recently for Galentine's with a local, it's Rare
Oh,
Breed MMA.
yeah.
It was a really nice event because firearms, greatest tool we ever created for defense. But firearms, in my mind, is the last step in our personal protection plan. There's so many other things we have to have in place before we get to the firearm. So that's why it's
Mhm.
important to introduce people using your voice, being aware of your surroundings, situational awareness, imminent threat. Those are all things that come before you even put your hand on a firearm. Being able
Mhm.
to run, being able to fight, different techniques, all of those things. So yes, definitely tapping into those. And I have other resources because there are people that want to fully get into that. And I like knives. I absolutely do. Absolutely do.
Yes. I love that. She always brings some good questions in.
That was a
See,
good
John,
question.
I might have stole some of your questions from previous live. um, what are your thoughts about dry fire training?
Necessary.
Mhm.
Beyond necessary.
Mhm.
I feel there's about probably 85% of work with the firearm you can do at home.
Mhm.
Dry fire, presenting, the holstering, you can do that at home and you don't have to use ammo because
Yeah.
ammo is expensive. Ammo is
It
expensive.
is.
Depending on where you live, you have to have a membership to a range or have a friend that's a member. If you're fortunate enough to have some enough land, you can shoot on your own property. Not here in New Jersey, or not me in New Jersey. But yeah, you can get a lot of work done building that muscle memory, dry fire training at home.
Yes. I agree. I got a system a few years, probably a couple years ago. I need to do. I want a different system. That's the problem. What I like the ones where you don't have to keep racking the slide every time you take a shot. So I know they have so many of those now. So I want one of those systems, but I'll be trying to, finagle my, you know, charisma to get somebody to send me
Exactly. That's why we're not mentioning any names.
that part.
Unless you send us something.
That
I
part.
have a couple of sponsors. I mentioned to people that support those who support me.
That part. That part.
Hmm.
When you support, you can get some support. Because I
Absolutely.
also am big about not just putting names out there that I don't really like the product or whatever it is. Not that this product that I have I don't like. I do. I
Hmm.
just know that there's better systems out there, and they even did a better system. This particular company, where you no longer have to do that. Um,
I think I know who you're talking about, but yes.
but they don't want to send me nothing.
Hey, you already supported them by purchasing.
I did. I purchased the original system.
Yep,
Indeed.
you already did. But yeah, the dry fire practice is very important. Very important. That presenting,
Yes,
clearing your garment, whatever your garment happens to be, it is important to do.
it is. I agree. Hey, Howard J. Hey, Tennessee Goddess. I had her. She actually was my first interview on here in the
Wow.
2A space. And of course,
OG,
Tennessee tells
OG.
you where she is. Did you mention what state you're in? Oh, you
I,
Jersey. Yeah.
yep, I'm in New
Yeah.
Jersey.
So if y'all looking for a trainer in Jersey, hit her up.
And I
But
do Jersey, Pennsylvania. I go around. I heard Chanda's on. Chanda's a wonderful instructor out of Pennsylvania.
I was gonna say I thought she
Confidence
was
Reloaded.
Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yeah.
Confidence Reloaded. Yep, I'm pushing it over there to you, Chanda.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Reach out to her. She gets you situated.
Yes. When I tell you, because I get people who, and sometimes, see, you could, like my thing right now says there's 40 people watching. I'm probably seeing about 15 of them chatting. A lot of people would watch though, and then some people aren't comfortable chatting, and that's okay. But they'll email me and say, "Hey, I saw the live. Do you know anybody in this state or that state?" So I keep mental notes, like when I know a state that someone is in, and I'll say, "Yeah, are you on Instagram? DM this person, and
Mhm.
connect with them that way." I've sent a lot of people to different people in the community because sometimes with ladies, they are more comfortable training with ladies, you
Let's
know,
talk about that.
and
Let's talk a little bit about
mm-hmm,
that.
mm-hmm.
Tell me about your experience with a male trainer versus a female trainer.
Well, I haven't trained at all with a female yet. I've only trained with the person that I originally trained with.
Hmm.
And I was okay. Like it was not uncomfortable for me at all. I actually met him on this platform. That
Hmm.
was the only part of it that made me a little uncomfortable because I'm like, I don't really know you. But he was in my city. We found out we were in the same city, but I'm like, but I don't know you. You're on YouTube. So I what I did is I was putting it off, but I was still coming around. But I was getting more comfortable with who I was seeing. So I was reading the character of the person that I was seeing to see if I was going to be comfortable meeting up. And after I
Hmm.
did, it went great. It
Okay.
was great. I probably trained with him for about a year, and I it was great. We started off very slow with just more conversation,
Hmm.
going over the four most important rules when you want to get into this space
Hmm.
and stuff like that. Just having those conversations before I even had a firearm in my visual.
I love it.
So I had a great experience with it, and I take that back. I have trained with two different males with him, and I did a short little situation with someone else because I was not. I I've been told I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when I'm at the range. So I didn't like my grouping with my carry.
Okay.
And it was the of course my smallest firearm that I own. All the ones I had prior were 5-inch
Hmm.
pistols, and so hardly no recoil. So I get this smaller pistol that I'm carrying, and
And
I
we're not
don't like
mentioning the names unless they send us some.
nope, nope. And I don't like the recoil. I do have videos though on what I
Mhm.
carry. So if y'all want to know, you can go back and watch my video. And I have videos on some of the other firearms that I have. Um, but I met up with another guy from the community that I also met on YouTube, and he's a couple hours away from me, but in the same state. And we did a training session. Both times I had great experiences. Now, do I have an issue with to train with a woman? No, but it took me a couple years before I found women in the space.
Mhm.
So I kept reaching out to friends that I had on this platform that were in the space. I'm like, where are the women? Like I want to find them. So then I found Nina De La Flores, and I found Lulu Tactical and people like that. And still, it was like a handful of ladies. Now I'm finding more and more women in the community. So that's helpful. Like it's now the algorithm is almost showing me more women
Mhm.
in the space, which is great. And I'm following who most of them. Like until I don't feel comfortable with following that person, I follow them because you can
Ab-
always unfollow.
You absolutely can. That's good. Well,
So
I will
yeah.
say I've only trained with men, and again, it had more to do with just not being in the area that I was in. But
Mm-hmm.
I had mm, yeah, just about everyone that I had was a male trainer, and I'm pretty good with everybody, so it doesn't really matter in terms of that. I did have an opportunity to go to an event that was hosted by two female instructors, actually out of Pennsylvania. So it
Okay.
was a nice experience to go and not to have to be on, just to get to
Okay.
go and experience and support them. So I enjoyed that for sure. But when I first started, I looked around. I didn't see anybody that looked like me. And I wasn't a big social media person. So that might have been part of it. But the range and the ranges that I was going to, I didn't see anybody that looked like me. So
Mm-hmm.
that was part of what got me into the space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was, and that's it. This is a male dominated space. So to come up on more male instructors than you're seeing of female instructors, I don't think is that uncommon. And plus, a lot of people aren't on social media, both of both male and female, but there's going to be more males to be found in the space. But like I said, I've had great um, experiences with them. But my this is something that's been on my radar for a while is to travel to meet ladies and train with ladies in the space. So there's a quite a few ladies that I have on my radar that I want to just like at some point meet up with and train with because I think you guys are dope. I'm just
Oh,
like it's a lot. I'll be watching y'all. I'll be watching. Um,
well, I'm gonna be in
Gigi,
Ohio. I'm gonna be in Ohio in June.
really?
Yes, I'll be at GunCon.
We'll talk later. God dang it. I
Yeah,
wasn't planning on going this year. I went last year,
I
but it
will.
is
Yeah,
not far from me. It's on.
I
We'll talk later. God
yes.
dang it.
Media pass. I will be at GunCon. So
I actually went too late to get the media pass.
mhm.
However, comma, I knew a couple people that was there, so I still got
You got in there.
into some places.
Hey, I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be showing the inside track from this perspective.
Yes,
This
yes.
perspective.
Yeah, yeah. I went last. See, y'all gonna make me have to pull up. God dang it.
Yeah, you just gonna have
Anyway,
to roll up. You just gonna have to roll up. So I don't know what.
it's
It's
not
just
like around the corner for me, but I think yeah, GunCon was like 3 hours for me.
okay.
But so I went to last year. Poma was in Ohio, so I went to Poma and left Poma and went to GunCon. They were like back to back, but
Hmm.
Poma was like 2 hours from me, and it was an hour to get from Poma to where Poma was. It was in Toledo, and to get from Toledo to Cleveland, it was an hour.
What are
So
the ARMs is 1 week, and then the very next week is GunCon. When I
I
looked at it,
know,
yeah.
I know, yeah. Huh. We go. We'll talk about that. But
Hmm.
Gigi, I put your message up there because Tennessee Goddess is in the chat, and Tennessee Goddess is a firearms instructor. Now, if I don't know for sure what if she's in Nashville, but she's definitely somebody you can link up with, and she probably knows somebody who is if she's not. So she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she does have a Instagram, and it is the name that you saw on. Now, clearly, she has a channel to be able to chat and stuff like that, but she does, as far as I know, she doesn't put content on YouTube. So you're better to DM her through Instagram at Tennessee Goddess, TN Goddess. And if you still in here, sis, post a message to Gigi so she could connect. Siege says she personally does better with male trainers. Siege, yes, I respect their knowledge. I do too, and I respect the ladies too. I'm watching how a lot of ladies are moving in this space, and we we're coming up and out in this space. Like we showing up. And one thing if you don't know about us, look, y'all be talking about how I work too much. One thing y'all know about us, if we gonna do something, we gonna do it all the way.
And have papers to cover it.
And will. Now, is everybody that way? No, but the majority are. And all the men ain't coming 100%, but a lot of them are. So, that's where the vetting comes in at.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Again, like I said, all of my trainers have been men. When I come across somebody, one of the things that I'm doing this year, 10 states, naturally armed in 10 states. I have about six already on the board, but 10 states. So I'm up for if anybody wants to see this naturally armed face in your state, let me know. I could definitely get out there and we could definitely collab. I did a collab in Pennsylvania with Confidence Reloaded. I have down in Florida. Down in Florida, I'm gonna be in Maryland with Hearts and Holsters. It's about this community connecting, growing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be in Nebraska in May. I got a 2-day event. I'm out there with incendiary training. So yeah, it's about just getting out there, spreading the word and connecting. And these are all female instructors.
Yes.
All
Who's in
female.
Nebraska?
Incendiary trainings. I'll get you that
I'm not
information.
familiar. Yeah, I'm not familiar.
She was one of the presenters at SHOT Show, a veteran. She has
Uh-huh.
her own training facility. It's wonderful work. She's also the Nebraska director of Women's for Gun Rights. I'm also a delegate for Women's for Gun Rights. So,
Mm-hmm.
yep, good people. So I'm all over the
Nice.
place. I'm all over the place. I'm gonna be in Maine in July. Another woman led instructor and empowerment event. So if anybody's interested,
Yes.
collaboration is key in spreading this word and then just putting these faces out there. I love my male instructors. They cool. They cool. Whoever
Mm-hmm.
you pick, man, male, female, whoever, long
Yes.
as they're knowledgeable and you're comfortable with them and you're
Yes.
growing, that's where you go.
Yes.
That's where you go.
Yes. Wherever you're comfortable. And I would tell you this, most of the men are so excited to see us ladies coming into this space. They are overly welcoming to help.
Yes.
To get you, whatever instruction training that you need or want. They are usually just very open to that. I haven't run into, now don't get me wrong, I'm sure they're out there, but I haven't run into no foolishness when it comes to the men in this space. Like, I've been lucky in that. Even going to, because I've been to two of the arm events, and there are well over 100 people at these events, and everybody is just so freaking dope. Like, everybody.
People generally in the gun community, the two-way community are in general good people. Good people. You're always
Mhm.
gonna have, but they're good
Exactly.
people. They're welcoming. They will sit down and talk to you, make recommendations. They love to show you what they got, see what you have. They're good people. And these people come in all shapes and sizes and colors.
Absolutely.
So you be open to it.
Absolutely.
Be open to it and you be surprised. Have a lot more in common with people than you may have originally thought and
Yep.
you may have found a new range buddy. I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They come from everything from a casual shooter to a nerd in that space. Like, it's just, it ranges. Everybody is not trying to be the next sharpshooter, but then some people do. Some people love competition. Some
Mhm.
people just want to go to the range and, you know,
Let off some steam.
just let off some steam. That part. I might be her. But I think I sometimes I be wanting to do all the things, and I be like, you can't do all the things, Gina.
You can rotate it. You can rotate it. Everybody has to find their why when they get into
Yes,
firearms. And it's okay for your why to evolve because as you
yes,
get more experiences under your belt, it is going to evolve. Because I got
yes.
into firearms for stress management. That was my original why. But
Mm-hmm.
once I got into it, I started because I don't know how to stop. I just got to research. I got to research. I got to know everything. I started understanding the historical context as it relates to gun laws and gun controls in our community.
Mm-hmm.
That piqued my interest. Then the advocacy
Mm-hmm.
component got in there. I was like, I have never been good with just sitting by and being okay with it if I see something wrong. I got to
Yes.
find a way to be the change that I wanted to see. So that's what I do.
That part. I am
Yeah.
you. You are me. We are we.
Yes, yes. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever that
Yes.
looks like for you. Because I am an instructor for sure. But what
Mm-hmm.
has started to come to the forefront for me is the advocacy, the engagement, the empowerment, that component. Because like I said,
Mm-hmm.
firearms saved me. not because somebody physically attacked me, but because it allowed me to manage the chaos of the world. I had a lot going on, like most of us do. I was somebody's wife, I was a
Mhm.
mom, I had a full
Mhm.
time career, and I was still trying to figure out what it meant to be this. So
Yes.
firearms help to give me clarity to manage that. And then
Yeah.
I wanted to share it with other people. So it just began to snowball. And the instructor part helps. It helps with that,
Mhm.
but a lot of times it's just me having conversations with people. It's
Yes.
going to events or speaking at events. It's just hearing it from a regular person because I'm a regular person,
Mhm.
helping to bring people awareness and into that space. So the instructor part is cool. I love being in the range. I could stay in the range 2, 3 hours for sure, inside or
Mhm.
outside. I like rolling
Mhm.
around in the dirt, all of that. But the part about getting the message out and the education of people in this space and everything connected to it, that's like my big why right now.
Yes. I love that. I do, because that's important.
Mhm.
That is important. And see, for me, my why when I first got into the space. Now, what's interesting is I probably started talking about learning to use a firearm, I don't know, 7, 8, maybe even 9 years before I even took my first training. It was always something there that kept me from taking those next steps. Then I end up in a YouTube channel. I don't know if you're familiar with My Fly Family, but they used to go live all the time, and that was the channel that introduced me to the space. And I was on their channel, and I mentioned that that's something I had been interested in but hadn't done. They connected me with the person I ended up training with because they're like, "Oh, there's somebody in your city that we know. He's actually really close to us, and he's a firearms instructor." And I'm like, "Well, I don't really know you, and I don't really know him either." So I was nervous about it then, but then when I finally did it, I was all in. I was, I mean, literally the first time I met up with him. After that, I was all in,
Sounds
all
familiar.
in.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I was all in. And him and a regular gun guy are like very close. So he's fat guy with guns. So fat guy with guns and RGG are like best friends. So
Okay.
they pretty much work like he's always helping RGG to put together the event for ARM. He's
Okay.
always going to be present there.
Nice.
So anybody who goes to ARM will meet him. But Fat Guy with Guns is who I did my instruction with. Like I said, we probably met up for like a year before I was comfortable just going to the range by myself. So
That's
yeah.
so important what you said. You
Mhm.
people have to come to firearms and this space in their own time. It can't be
Mhm.
in somebody
Yeah.
else's time when your spouse or your family member, your friends say, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do this." No.
Mhm.
Your mind got to be right, your spiritual got to be right, your heart got to
Mhm.
be right and ready to step into this space because there is a lot of responsibility that comes with being a responsible firearms owner, not just a
Yes.
gun owner, a responsible firearms owner. So you got to
Yeah.
come to it when it's your time.
That is facts. And I want to tell you, Shonda, last year I went to ARM, came home from ARM. 2 weeks later, I was at POMA. 3 days after that, I was at GunCon. All in the month of June. You could do it, sis.
It's yeah.
Now, did I want to do that? Really, I didn't. I almost didn't go to POMA. And the only reason why I went to GunCon is because I was going to already be that way. So I was like, if I'm already going to be almost there, I might as well go to both.
Might
And
as well.
it made sense. And so it was actually Cush and Breezy who had invited me to Poma originally. And I was like, y'all, I ain't going to be able to do it because I'm going to be at ARM and I ain't going to be able to do both. And then when they told me it was, well, I had already knew it was a couple hours from me. It wasn't that far. but they was like, I can get you in for free. And I said, well, how do I say no to free?
You don't.
I didn't. Like that's a networking opportunity. Like it's a great networking event.
Mhm.
But I'm going again this year. That's how much I enjoyed myself.
That's good.
I met some people, and I still have connections with some of those people that I networked with. And now that I know what it is, I can make more of it because I really didn't even know what I was walking into.
Right.
Even though they did tell me it was, a big networking event, I had no idea the level of what I was walking into.
Right. Yeah.
It's definitely an event worth going to,
Yeah.
and it's not expensive. I mean, if it's not far for you travel wise, but
Now,
I
where is
don't.
it?
It this year it's in Minnesota. When I went last year, it was in Ohio. So I do have to travel this time. I am spending a little money to make this trip, but that's how much I feel like it was beneficial for me to be in that space.
No, it's that is there's and that's a really great thing. There's so many quality events that are popping up in spaces for people to go to network and learn and grow. But you got a budget. You got a budget
Yes.
until those sponsors or benefactors decide to roll in. You got a budget and see what makes the most sense for whatever it is your mission is, whatever it is your goal or your why is, going to those things. Now, if you have unlimited resources, by all means, go everywhere. Go everywhere. But finding the ones that make the most sense for what it is that you're trying to do, and then just zeroing in on that and making the most of it. Like the one you went to, now that you
Hmm.
know you got the lay of the land, you know how to
Hmm.
attack it when you go the second time. So
Yes, exactly. And I feel like after you said that, I feel like I have to tell you, and you may already know this. Maybe you've looked at enough of my stuff to know this. But my YouTube presence is a lot. So I don't talk about one thing on my platform. I consider me to be more of a lifestyle channel. So I do gardening, I do prepping, I do meal preps, I do canning, I do 2A, and I
it
do
all goes
budget.
together. All that goes together in my mind.
It does and does. So we talk a lot about budgeting over here and financial management because I am big on that.
Hmm.
So I'm always giving. We have conversations about that where I will give tips and how to get there because I look. I was I wasn't always a budgeter. I always was a budgeter, but not truly. I think when I really tapped in to realize how to really budget, I was in my early 40s. And I know I look like I'm in my 20s now, but
Absolutely. It don't crack. It doesn't crack. Doesn't crack.
I really got serious about it where I was like, okay, you have to account for everything because eh, I was that budgeter where I budgeted and then I'd be like, wait a minute though, my budget said I should have this much money and I don't. Where is it? Well, I was swiping everywhere I went. That's where it went. Those little purchases that added up. So I'm to the like my savings game and my budgeting game is flawless now. Like that's not even a thing. I mean, it's so normal for me. I don't even think about it when I do it. So even when I talk about stuff like what you just said, when I talk about vacations or things that you want to do, may it certifications or a class or whatever, budget for that.
Hmm.
And put money, always be putting something to the side to make that thing happen so that it's not just a burden on your account when you do it. You know, be prepared for those type of things. Like if you know what, I've been wanting to go get my some firearms training. Well, that costs money, you know? And then guess what? If you enjoy going to the range and shooting and it's something that you want to do and you want to buy a firearm, that's gonna cost money. They're not free. And like she said, ammo for
Except
the
you,
range.
except for you. You seem to give free firearms all the time.
Wait a minute, Valentina. I don't need you to do that because it's the people in the chat who be showing out.
Wait a minute.
Add
Wait a
don't
minute.
add gasoline today because I can see my comments right now because they won't let me live.
Mm-mm.
They gave it to me. But yeah, that's facts. But it look ammo, everything costs. Like
It does.
those holsters, you don't get to test and see what you like before you purchase. You just gotta purchase and hope that it's gonna be something that you like. I couldn't tell you how many holsters I got that I don't like.
Well, holsters. The holsters that I'm dealing with right now and I'm testing out, love it, love it. I am now this one I am going to promote because they do support me.
Yes.
Sticky holsters made in the USA. They got belly bands, they got ankle, they got thigh.
Okay.
They got it all for whatever size. It's optic cut, iron sights, sticky holster. I got a discount code. If y'all want to rock with my discount code, absolutely. Nat arm. But sticky holsters is pretty solid. I've been testing them out. Stick it in your pocket, stick it in your bag. It's solid and the price is not that bad, especially for people. We like to have different holsters. Like we have different hats or
And
different
we
stars.
do because
Yeah.
we're ladies and we don't know what we're gonna wear that day. So your outfit might require a different and it I mean that's a real thing, y'all.
It's a
For the
real thing.
ladies.
It's a real thing.
That's a
It's a
real
real
thing.
thing.
You
Guys don't
said sticky
necessarily get that
holsters.
part. God, yeah, sticky holsters. www.stickyholsters. But if you go on my Instagram, naturally armed 75, my code is there. Use the code. Check out their website. But like I said, belly bands. I I got a little. They fit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
adjustable. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
ankle. They got thigh. They got the stuff that goes inside your car console. They got quite a few things that are at a reasonable price, especially for people getting used to carrying for the first time. They're also a
Yes.
good just getting started because the
Yes.
trigger is covered because that's what you want. You want something solid that's going to work for you.
Yes.
Then as you grow and evolve, but that's a solid one. Sticky holsters. Check them
Yeah.
out. Check them out. Use my
Like
code for
that.
sure.
And
Yep.
you said your code is Nat Arms, NATAARM or S on the
Yep.
end.
Nat arms, no S.
No S. Okay.
Yep.
I just put it in the chat for y'all. I didn't put the website, so y'all have to put in that, website. But y'all know how to find a website. Hey, Carbon.
Yeah. Or just go to my Instagram. Naturally
Or go
armed
to her
75.
Instagram. Absolutely. Actually, let me just do this. Let's just post that in the chat. That's even better. Even better. I should have did that and pinned it in the chat from the beginning. I got you. Uh there we go. But yeah, and I do have another question lined up, but I don't forgot. I gotta look at. Let's see. Um, the next question I was going to ask you is, do you have any thoughts or suggestions for someone looking to purchase their first firearm, especially a lady?
The first thing, again, go online, search up some different firearms, and then that same way you searched up those firearms, find a local range that has a rental component, unless you just happen to have some friends that got a lot of guns. Find a range that has a rental area and then test out those firearms. I recommend that you try out several firearms, but definitely test out the one that you're thinking about purchasing. Talk to the people in the store, get their take on it, but try it out. You gotta try it before you buy it. Because what works
Mhm.
for me is not going to necessarily be what's the right fit for you. Because I got big hands. different things. I like big things. So different things for
Mhm.
different people. I like big things. It's a
You
thing.
are me, I'm telling you, and we are we. Because when I tell you that is me all day, I'll be like, now I don't want to carry my big firearms, but no, I'm not buying it. But most of my firearms are full size pistols. The pistols I have. Like I don't want no little pistol.
Yeah, I have a couple of because I rotate. I have a
Mhm.
nice little rotation. So I have a
Mhm.
couple of, but even my smaller ones are not tiny because I'm not a tiny woman, so I can get away with not necessarily the tiniest of guns.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, bigger is better. Find a
I
range,
agree.
rent out the firearm, test it out, see what feels good in your hand. Uh, get a training. Like a lot of ranges, they'll offer you like an introductory session. A lot of times, if you
Mhm.
want to take a basic pistol course, you don't necessarily have to have your own firearm. They will provide it for you, and you get a chance to test out
Mhm.
some things. But you got to try it out. You got to try it out.
Yes. I think that is the best advice because I have had people in my immediate circle, like I have a cousin who was like, and he's one of my older cousins, and he was like, "You need to take my girl to the," and he says it like that, but she's family. But you
Mhm.
need to take her to the range with you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, and I'm talking to her, and I was like, "Well, what do you have?" And she's like, "I don't know, something he bought." I said, "Wait a minute, what you
Mm-mm.
buying her firearm for?" He was like, "Well, and of course, it was some pink or purple thing." Like, I'm
And it's
like, I'm
okay.
so done with
I,
y'all.
I don't have any problem with colors, and then because once you get into it, you're gonna want to customize.
Absolutely.
You want,
But when
but
you first go and you're just picking it because it's a color is my issue because you don't know if you're going to like it. The color is not going to make it comfortable for you. Trust me.
and most of the time, what I have found is when people they go that route, they're also very small firearms. I don't recommend
They
a
are.
person's first firearm to be a small compact or subcompact. I don't. Only because you have to learn how to manage recoil. And people that are new shooters, smaller firearms, generally more recoil. That's why I say it again, bigger is better, only because it helps you to manage it a little bit
Yeah.
better. Then as you get more comfortable and proficient, you want to go smaller. But
Mm-hmm.
that's usually what I find. The ones that are those very cool colors is I've grown accustomed to pink, teal, and all those other different colors, but they're usually on smaller firearms.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely not my recommendation for somebody's first.
Yes. I definitely agree with that. And it probably because that wasn't my introduction the first. I worked my way up as far as size because trust me, a full size pistol may be too heavy for some people. Some of them are pretty. They're heavy. They're not. I muscle memory makes them not. I don't feel it myself. If I haven't shot it in a while, maybe I'll go shoot it and be like, oh wait a minute, now I can feel it. But outside of that, no. But the recoil when you're shooting something smaller, sometimes that's intimidating um, when you're first starting. So I agree. Um, Especially on a first purchase. Like have shot some other things before you get to that first purchase. Maybe your first purchase is going to be a carry, a smaller one.
Mhm,
But most of these ranges have a store within it. You can rent the firearms and try them.
mhm,
Hopefully, you're training with someone who can give you a couple of recs based on what maybe other people they've worked with may have liked. And so you may try a couple at a time or something, but it still needs to be something that you're comfortable with. And don't be comfortable with it because you think they think you should be. You at the end of the day, you should be comfortable. You should want to pick that fire up firearm up and do what you need to do with it.
Yeah,
It
it
shouldn't be
should
something
be
that you're like, oh, I have it, and it's you don't even really know where it is. You just know it was in a drawer somewhere, or
right. That's definitely,
or in a safe. Like, no,
yeah. If it's something that you need to want it to like it when you first get it, not oh I'll grow to no. If you don't right now, you're not going to grow to like it. So get something that feels good in your hand. Have
yeah,
tried it out. Take a intro course, even just a intro like session. Like when you go to those rental ranges, they usually have something like a 15-minute or 20-minute introduction session that they'll run you through it. Get a feel for it. See if this makes sense. Rent it. If you got
hmm,
friends that firearms that have it, test theirs out. Bug them to take you to the range so you can try theirs out and then make your decision.
absolutely. Most times you ain't got to bug them. Most people love to be able to show off what they have.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And I'd be glad to shoot them. Listen, because
Hmm.
I be going. I've become very spoiled. I think because I have shot some really nice firearms. So that's another reason why I think I stopped buying them because I don't just want to buy something to buy it anymore.
Hmm.
I definitely not that I ever did, but what I was buying then, I loved then. I still like what I have,
Hmm.
but I it's bad out here, y'all. The range of the types is bad
It's
out here,
something. It's so many flavors. It's something
man,
for everyone, and some people like multiple flavors. Like I said, it depends on
man.
the day of the week for me. But I
Ugh.
still actually I carry my first two that I purchased. They're part of like my rotation. One is for one of
Yeah.
my jobs. The other
Hmm.
one is just comfortable. It's just my girls
Now
is
my
all comfortable.
people are always shocked, but I think it's nostalgia for me because it was my first purchase. But
Hmm.
it's my favorite and favorite to shoot, and it's not even close to one of my best guns. But
Yeah.
I'm so proficient with it, it doesn't matter. So I just love shooting. I don't have anything on it either. I shoot at iron sights. I don't have an
Yeah.
optic on it or anything. I love it the way it is. Don't
Mhm.
touch my firearm.
That's
I love.
another thing that I tell people when because you asked about new purchases. I tell people
Mhm.
shoot it as it comes. Learn
Mhm.
it the way that you bought it. It comes
Mhm.
with the iron sights. Learn the iron sights and that firearm that way.
Mhm.
Learn it that way. Shoot it that way. And then as you get more comfortable and proficient, if you want to look to add those other accessories, that red dot or whatever, then do it. But shoot it as it comes. Get
Mhm.
proficient with your iron sights before you start adding dots.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And that's the only one. Yep, that's my only one I don't have anything on. All my other ones do have optics on them,
Mhm.
but I could take it off and be just fine either way. Or I could pick up someone else's that doesn't have all those accessories and be just fine. So I agree. Learning to shoot without it, because you don't know that you're always going to have one. And what if it, the battery dies or something, and it could be so many reasons why those optics aren't beneficial in a moment.
Mhm.
So you should be training with it with your firearms to be able to, to effectively shoot it either way, in my opinion. In my opinion. But yeah. And I love a good dot, so don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But my favorite, I like it the way it is. So yeah. It's always weird to people when I tell them that too. They're like, really? That's your favorite? It is. Don't judge me. I like
It's
her.
yours.
And she likes me.
Exactly. Yep.
Is she my
She
best?
started it
No.
off with you. She started it off, and
She
she's
my
here for
ride
the
or
journey.
die.
Exactly.
There
Exactly.
you go. See? You're making me feel good about it.
Yeah,
Because I
I
tell
love
you,
them.
people be trying to give me a hard time.
Mm-mm. They can't give me a hard time about none of my ladies. None of them at all.
I hate this when a question comes into my mind when you're talking and it's based on something you say. It's like a follow up to something that you share because you were sharing about the two that you rotate between your two first purchases, and it was a
Mhm.
question I had, and now I have lost it again. I hate when I do that. It's gonna come back like the other one did though. So let me go to the question sheet again. Yeah, that's what I'm looking down at. I had to write down the questions so I don't forget them. Now,
Uh-huh.
leave me alone. Leave me alone. Um. Oh, I think I asked all the questions I had wrote down. Do y'all have any questions in the chat? Um. You won't see your optics in a self defense situation. That's why I feel like you should train both ways. True. You just never know. You never know. Maybe consider finding an introductory course on firearms. No need to wait on anybody that way. True. And there's instructors in your at your ranges,
Mhm.
so that's an option as well. But don't. I'm not gonna say don't, but try not to be uncomfortable talking about it with people in your circle, because you never know who knows a person that knows a person, and that might be the person that might be at the time that you just needed to connect with that person. They're the best person for you to sit with because you're going to be comfortable, and just by speaking up, now you have an instructor, and you can move on in that journey. So I know sometimes it's an uncomfortable space because some people in the space, the way they talk, make you feel like you should know more before you come into this space. I mean, it almost makes you feel inadequate of the things you don't know. When I tell you there's a person who don't know the things, and I don't care. I'm like, now I am learning more and more about my firearms. Don't get me wrong, but I am not the person you're gonna come to get the dissection of these firearms. I'm not her. I don't care enough. I don't care enough. I can break mine down. I could clean it. I could do those things, but I am not gonna be like, oh, that's called a blah blah blah, and that's called a. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Don't come over here for it. There are plenty of people out here who will though.
Mhm. Everybody's journey and experience is different, and
Mm-hmm.
you are a resource connector, and people
Mm-hmm.
need that. If I don't know
Mm-hmm.
something, I know somebody who do, and I can get you there. That's it.
That part.
Because one person can't know everything. My brain
Oh,
cannot absorb and keep but so much. I got to remember
mm-hmm.
what's going on with my son. I got to remember about this. No, but I know where to go to connect you with somebody who does. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, I definitely agree with that. I can't. I don't. I just don't. I don't want to put out. I don't. It's. I'm not there. I can't say I never will be to where I want to nerd out with the stuff,
Mhm.
but that's not who I am today. Wasn't her yesterday. Probably won't be her tomorrow. So I
You
will
just
show.
like
I
the
will
shoes
find you
store.
somebody who is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
There's
much I
space
will.
for us. The thing in this space, I find that people think you have to fit into one box or
Mm-hmm.
another box.
Mm-hmm.
I have determined I'm making my own table, my own box. I'm doing it the way that it makes sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yes.
only way that I'm gonna be able to be happy and continue to be happy. So you
Yes.
don't have to fit into the mold that everybody thinks that a firearms person is supposed to fit, what she's supposed to look like. I'm not. I'm not what you think that it is. Or maybe I am, but I'm more than just that. So you got to
Yes.
do it how freak it how you want to freak it, and everybody
Yep.
else get in line or don't. It's okay.
That part. And I agree with that. He said everybody has to start somewhere, even if they all they know is the thing with the thing in the thing. That's listen. I'm gonna say it with cars. Yes. Could I change the battery in my car? Yes. I understand like the belt that goes around my alternator. I done had enough car problems in my lifetime to know a few things about a car.
Hmm.
But am I about to pop that hood and do the things? Leave me alone. That's what I save my money to pay somebody else to do. Leave me alone. Because that
Nothing
ain't what
wrong
I'm
with
trying
that.
to do. I don't want to change no tire. I don't want to change out the battery. First of all, they be trying to make stuff complicated now. Because the battery in my dang on car, this now you got to unhook, unscrew so many things to get to. Why y'all trapping my battery? Anyway, I digress. I ain't paying. I'm paying somebody else to do it. Get somebody
Absolutely.
else to do it.
Absolutely.
So some things I will get someone else to do, but I'm also stubborn in a way. If you try to tell me I can't do it, now I have to show you I can. So like there, even when it comes to my firearms, don't tell me I can't. I need to get somebody to do X, Y, Z to my own fire. I'm gonna show you that I can do that myself. I don't need Joe Schmo over here to do nothing for me. I am her. I can't help it. Because I promise you, the best way to get me to do something is tell me I can't. That's the
I,
best way
I,
to get
I
me to do something.
no lie detected. None over here either. Oh, oh,
I am
watch
her
me.
all day. And
Watch
I
me.
fall for it even if it's reverse psychology. And I know you playing me with it. I'm still gonna fall for it because I still think you think I can't. So let me show you better than I can tell you that I can.
What's your sign?
Pisces, my birthday is next Tuesday.
Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. My brother is a Pisces. Oh my, yes.
Don't tell me I can't, because I promise you, I can. There's
Hmm.
first of all, YouTube is I call it YouTube University. Anything I don't know, and I'm a visual person, so
Hmm.
anything I don't know and I'm trying to figure out, I go on YouTube University and I look at what they do, and I'm like, oh, I can do that, and then I go do it
Hmm.
and do it exactly right. So that's who I am. But yes, have a blessed one, Shonda. We're gonna have to talk, girl, because I feel like you need to be a gun con. Because now I feel like I need to pull up a gun con. So we're gonna switch gears a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
be at
I
GunCon.
know that's why I feel like I need to pull up. And I also know Team Blacksmith is gonna be a gun con. And I was
Mhm.
like, God dang. Uh
Just come on.
anyway.
Just come on. I'm driving too. I'm driving over there.
Well, it's drivable for me. It's that's a quick little, I have a lot of family in Cleveland. So is it still in Cleveland?
There, no, no, it's not Cleveland, but the place is outside of Cleveland. I gotta look.
I'm gonna have to look and see where it's at. Um, because what helped is when I went last time, I just stayed at one of my cousins, so I didn't have to get no hotel or nothing like that. And I
Either.
just
So,
drove to the events, and she was only like 15 minutes from downtown, so it was like, yeah,
wow, perfect,
it was
perfect.
perfect. Yeah, it was perfect. Um, but we're gonna switch gears because I also know that you are plant based. Is
I
that
am.
correct?
I am.
Yes. So you know that this is also a gardening space,
Hmm.
and I know you said that's something that sparks your interest a little bit. Have you gardened at
Absolutely.
all before? Grown
Little
any
bit,
food? Oh,
little bit. Um, Little bit. I recently, last year, I did an event with urban farmers. We did some tincture making. She was showing
okay.
how she has raised baby chicks, and then the other young lady made the tinctures and just the growing. So just very fascinated by it. Just wanting to do more because for me, all I need is a tiny house and some land so I can grow my stuff, shoot some stuff, and I'm good. So I need to get to the point of doing that. And the canning, just growing up in my household, my grandmother, my aunt, seeing it, understanding it, but then it's getting lost. So I need to reclaim it,
Yeah,
reclaim it.
that's right. And do so. And quite a few of the people in here they do a lot of that. I do. I definitely can. actually plan on doing some canning this weekend because I was talking to a friend. I said, you know, I always make my pasta sauce. I have some tomatoes that I grew last year that I froze, and I need to process them. And I was going to use them for pasta sauce, but I just haven't felt like doing it. So they just
Mhm.
stay in the freezer until I'm ready. But I was like, I never add meat to my pasta sauce, and I don't know why I never done that. And that just takes one more step out of the work when I get ready to make pasta. So I think I want to can some with meat in it because I canned some chili last year and it was amazing. So I was like, I know I don't mind ground beef canned in
Mhm.
with the sauces and the stuff because that was with tomato sauce and beans and all that, and it's amazing. So I was like, I'm gonna do some pasta sauce that way. But I can everything from my green beans I grow to the tomatoes to peppers. Anything I grow, just about I will can. I've done pickles and with the cucumbers I grow and stuff like that. But
Okay.
yeah, we definitely had to we had
Yeah.
shut
Bring me on.
your face, Tia Marie. She somebody in my chat, she always what you mean that's all I don't know what you talk about, T. She said, oh, that's all I am to you. I don't know what I said. But anyway, we definitely have to get you acclimated into, and you could do it with such like small spaces. So get you growing a few things that you eat on a regular.
I
What
eat
happens
a
is,
lot of mushrooms. I eat a lot of mushrooms.
well, that's true because that's usually a meat substitute in plant-based diets a lot of times,
Mushrooms,
and that's
beans. I can eat beans for days.
oh
Just
yeah,
about any kind of veggie you could think of. For
yes.
sure, for sure. So yeah, let's reconnect. Maybe I don't know. I- I'll see how my drive is over to Ohio. I might roll by. All right, show me something. Show me something.
Look, that time will be. I'll be growing full scale by then.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
on my way back. All right, let me see something.
yes, you probably get overwhelmed though, because this my whole backyard is a garden.
Okay, I'll just take it in. Naturally armed. I like to be in nature. I like to be around. So I'll just be taking it in. I'll take back a little
Yes,
bit and let me try this. Let me see how this works out. I got a
yes,
patio space, so I think I
yes,
should be able to do some pots of some stuff. So
yes. I
yeah.
grow. I grow in pots. I do. I grow in a lot of stuff. So I don't just grow one way. I have raised beds. I have pots.
Okay.
I have those planters, the vertical planters.
Okay.
I have several different ways that I grow. I don't care how it grows, long as it produces me food. And I will say, once you do that, you're going to be hooked because it's going to taste better than that stuff you're already eating.
Absolutely. The amount of hormones that are injected into the food and this the struggle
Yes,
to get the
it just
organic, is it
tastes
really
better.
organic?
Mm-hmm.
Anything that I do with my own hands now.
Yes,
I
and you
also
said that.
hunt. I'm plant-based, but I do go hunting.
So you've been hunting. That's on my
Oh
bucket
yeah.
list.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Because it's a skill that I believe everybody should have experienced.
I
So
agree.
I needed to do it. Now, if I
We
had
have a
I
couple of those in the
raised,
chat too.
yeah, if I raised my own, then yeah, I'm eating it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating it. So
Yeah, we have a couple of those in the chat too, and in the community. There's one of my favorite ladies, and she's probably in the bushes listening. Her channel is Fifi's Urban. Fifi, I always forget your goddamn channel name, but homes maybe Fifi's Urban Homestead,
ooh,
something like that. But anyway, she raises her own chickens for eggs, her own meat chickens, her own turkeys for meat. Her and her husband raise them, process them, everything. She
hmm,
also fish. They go fishing so that they can stock their freezer with fish for the winter season. She also gardens on a large scale. She's into doing tinctures and all that kind of
I
stuff
love
as
it. I love
well.
it.
And she's not the only one. There's a lot of people in this chat, but she's one that I feel like covers a lot of the bases in a small residential neighborhood. She's not on acres of land.
In what
She's
town?
doing
What state?
She is in Boston.
Oh,
No, she's not in Boston. She's in Massachusetts. She's not in Boston. I don't know
okay.
what city she's in, but
That
she's in
that's
Massachusetts.
okay. Well,
Yes.
if she's on, I would love to connect and have a conversation because
Yes.
I need to get into this
I
fully.
love that with her. Like she does all the things. I just saw David Corey. What up, David? He is in Texas. David raises chickens for eggs. Um, so he's definitely one. Sweet Thumb, I don't know if you do any chickens or anything, but David he gardens on a huge scale. He gonna talk trash though. You know them Texas folk, they think they do everything better than everybody else, but don't.
Wow.
Nah, that's my boy. Um, but yeah, he definitely be over there doing his thing in Texas. It's so many people. My Renaissance grandma's in here. She's in Saint in Missouri. I was gonna say a city, but she's not in that city. She's in Missouri. And she does on her balcony. So you said you have a patio area. She does it on her balcony. I mean, she grows everything, and she's plant based as well.
Love it.
So she did it a lot for. She had some like digestive things. She is such a wealth of knowledge. There's so many people on this platform in this community that's a wealth of knowledge.
Hmm.
She's a prepper. So like she preps on a large scale, like with your she came to an event here years ago when I first time I met her in person. It was a bug out weekend. And they literally went to one of the parks that's in my city and they pitched tents or whatever they had to set up, and all of them had
Hmm.
tents of some sort. And she is still talked about today because she was more prepped than the people who thought they prepped on a high scale.
Right, right. Okay.
They was impressed, so impressed with how well she was ready for that outdoor living
Hmm.
than most of them was. But
Love it.
it's so many dope people out here in the spaces of gardening and prepping and 2A. And I'm loving the fact that I'm meeting more of the ladies in the 2A space. Like
We are
I,
here. We are here.
yes, and that's why like when I get to introduce y'all to the community, I love that because I know they're like me. Like when I first got out here, I didn't know any. I knew two, and that was two. Carbon Q is one of them. She's in the chat, and Erica, My Fly Family, she was the other one. Those are the only two ladies that I knew that looked like me in the community. And I was like, where are the rest of the ladies at? Like, and not even just that look like me. I wasn't seeing a lot of ladies, period. And I
Hmm.
don't just follow women that look like me. Trust me, I follow a lot of women in the
Yeah.
community and men.
Hmm.
But I wanted to find women who look like me
Yeah.
because there's
it's a
understanding what
different.
they're thinking, what they're doing.
Mhm.
Yes, yes,
It's a different
and
feeling having that.
contrary to what most yes, and contrary to what most people want to accept, there is a difference and what's acceptable. Like it, no matter the laws that are out there, just as Valentina said, there are more rejections for people of color for their permit than others. In all the spaces, even though it's some, even here, even though it's very legal for me to open, carry, or whatever, I'm sure if I walked out this house open, carrying, and walk past the officer, it's going to be a whole ordeal. Now, with every officer, maybe not, but I'm probably going to encounter a situation that's not going to be very pleasant. When someone else probably could do it and it'd be just fine. So we just have to face the reality of that. And sometimes, having those conversations like, what do you do? Like, how do you make sure you're not imprinting and this is that? Like, those are the conversations I wanted to have. I wanted to ask questions. I didn't want to just go out here and just be doing anything. I wanted to understand, how you're doing it,
Mhm.
how you got comfortable with. I remember with Nina Della Flores, when I found her, she was showing all these different options for how you can carry, and still be, feel sexy and cute when you're out and about and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not going to be tactical out here, y'all. Now, do I mind looking tactical at a time? No, but I typically I'm not. I'm just Gina out here. So, it's just, realizing that okay, it can be done. We just have to figure out what works for us and what's comfortable for us
Mhm.
and what we're comfortable with wearing. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Um I'm just making sure it isn't any. We all know we can't open carry hair facts. We can, but we can't.
Open carry, the idea of having it is great, but it also, in my mind, it makes you a target.
I agree.
So I like having open carry. So if my shirt happens to come up and you see it, then it's not an issue. That I
Correct.
like having that extra, but I don't need you to know what I have at all
Correct.
times. Just like when
Correct.
people ask, how many guns do you have or what guns do you have? I don't ask you how many pair of shoes you have, or
Mm-hmm.
no, you don't need to know. Just know I
Yeah.
got it on.
Yeah.
But you don't need to know per se. So like the
Yeah.
open carry, I love that you can.
Yeah.
But I know there are circumstances that we all have to still be mindful of. Yes, you can
Mhm.
do something, but does it really make sense for you to actually
Yes.
do it? So you got to
Yeah.
be mindful of those things. Yes, I can do this, but should I actually be doing it? And those are the
Yeah.
questions that we all have to ask ourselves every day.
Yeah.
Do do I need to be there? Should I actually be doing this? Even though I can, am I ready for the consequences of what's going to happen if I actually do? So,
So Homesteader Rachel, she's one of my sis that hunts. And she's one that I actually have wanted to meet up with, so I can't wait hunt with her. She's in Arkansas.
okay.
She said, "What do you hunt?"
The last thing, it was wild pig. It was wild pig.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was cool. And the interesting, they was like, but you don't eat it. I was like, but I shared it. See, my thing is
Mhm.
I honor and respect animals. If I do take the animal's life, it was to share with my family. And my family said it was the best pork they had had in their entire life. Okay. It was the experience of doing that. I was supposed to be going next weekend, but plans got changed. But I'm looking to reschedule very soon, very soon.
Um, C said, "Talk to them about what could happen if you do pull a firearm. That's so important."
Uh, in New Jersey, or just in general, I'll go with in general. The idea here is if you present a firearm, it's with the intent to do bodily harm, and the idea is that the use of a firearm is supposed to be for the protection of life, to protect yourself or to protect another. So there are consequences for sure. Now, the goal would be if somebody is looking to do you harm and you present your firearm and they stop, good for you, great for them. But there are consequences that come if that firearm has to be used. The reality is that you may be there's some questions you're gonna have to answer. And depending, you may have to go to jail and then deal with those consequences, whether rightly used or wrongly used. There's consequences that's going to happen with that. So that's why it's so important to know the rules of the area that you're in, where you live, where you visit, just to have a understanding of it and be prepared to deal with the consequences. That's why those steps before ever showing your firearm becomes so important. So that when you
Mm-hmm.
do decide that you have to, that you're fully aware that it don't just end with that, with presenting that firearm. You got a long
Mm-hmm.
list of things that you're gonna have to check off and handle after you do pull that firearm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And one thing we've talked about before is having some type of insurance as well. So a
Depending
lot
on
of
your
people don't
state,
think about that. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
insurance, some type
Yes.
of legal coverage, lawyer, attorney on retainer, U.S. Law
Mm-hmm.
Shield. I think there's U.S. Tax Defense. I believe
Mm-hmm.
USCCA has a coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Having some coverage, definitely one of the things I recommend to everybody is
Mm-hmm.
taking a Know Your Rights course multiple times, taking
Mm-hmm.
a civics course just to be aware of why things are moving the way that they're moving, and just knowing your rights in your particular area. Those things are extremely important in this space, because yes,
Mm-hmm.
you can have a firearm for sure, but with that
Mm-hmm.
firearm comes great responsibility. And in our
Yeah.
communities, those responsibilities, fair or not, they're greater for us. They're greater consequences for us.
Yep. Yep. That is true. What's funny is not necessarily funny, but what's funny is that Siege, I met Siege in the 2A space, and she definitely is a part of that space. She also is trained in martial arts. I'm sure she was the one who had the question about that other training, martial arts or knives. I'm sure she also is, trained and has a love for knives as well. But I was able to influence her to grow something last year. So
Nice.
she's like, I bought a stupid sweet potato plant, and she grew sweet potatoes. I was so proud of her,
Sweet
but
potatoes, so good,
she did
so
it
good.
reluctantly,
She
but
just
she did
added
it
another
nonetheless.
tool. She just added another tool to her tool belt. That's all she did.
Absolutely,
That's it. That's
absolutely. She did it reluctantly, but she did it, and she grew sweet potatoes. So, Siege is, this year I had to think of with that. Well, you get to decide if you're gonna what you're gonna grow this year. But I would love it for her to grow something else. And you like it, you could grow in just a small container. She didn't have a big thing. She had a pot that she had it in.
hmm
So, and sometimes you could put some herbs around those sweet potatoes that's growing. I'm just saying. Look, I have y'all growing all the things, messing with me.
Yep, just sprinkle it out there. Just throw it out there.
Yes, like grow the things, because that's really what drew me into it. I grew a few things the first year just to see if I could grow food.
hmm
And after, I remember tasting a bell pepper off of my plant, and I said I ate that whole bell pepper. I just was slicing it with a knife and eating it, the
hmm
whole thing. And I was like, I'll never buy another one again. Every time I had to buy one from the store after I grew them, I would get angry
Oh,
because I don't want it. I don't want it. It don't taste the same. The ones I grew, the flavor was just so. So now I have mastered how many plants I need to grow in order to be able to freeze them for cooking and stuff like that throughout the year. It's a whole thing.
okay.
Uh, First of all, go back into the bushes.
Wow.
I'm talking to 2A in LA, talk about, so if anybody needs help growing anything, I'm here. Some states are way more heavy handed when it comes to firearm specs. She's in one of them.
I'm sure New Jersey is in there. New Jersey, New
Absolutely.
York, California,
Will we growing
Maryland.
something this year? Hey, I love you, Siege. Let's see. We'll be growing sweet potato vines inside just for the leaves. Nice, because you can eat just the leaves of a sweet potato plant. So the leaves are edible, like a green or kale or whatever. You could cook them up, or you could probably eat them raw. I don't know, but I know you could cook them up.
Mm.
It's funny once you start gardening, you realize how much stuff you can eat that you would think is not part of the plant to eat. Like with broccoli, my broccoli's never headed this last year. I never got any broccoli heads, but I got lots of broccoli leaves. They are the bomb. They are so good. It's and people will always say it's better than collards. I almost have to say I agree.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a
I
few things. I like kale. I like mustard greens. It is.
I love kale. I didn't like it when I was buying it at the store, but I usually grow two different kinds. This year I'm adding a third one. I'm
Okay.
growing a black Tuscan kale, which I've
Mhm.
never had before, but I love a scarlet kale and just the regular blue curly kale. I've also had the lasada kale, which is like they call it dinosaur kale as well. It's really good. I
Okay.
love kale, and I can eat it cooked or fresh. I don't care. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. I the things I grow, I eat. So I ain't just growing it to grow it. I
Love it.
actually eat those things. So yeah, I have three different kales going into the garden because sometimes I wake up on a weekend and I make these things I call breakfast scrambles, which is just some scrambled eggs with some veggies in it.
Hmm.
And I'll go right out there to the garden and I'll pinch off a couple leaves of kale and you know, pick a couple other things that I might want to put in there, tomato or whatever, and chop all that stuff up and put it in my little scramble. Sometimes I'll dig up a couple potatoes because I grow potatoes as well. So you name it, if it could be grown and it's something that I eat, I'm definitely growing it.
Love it.
And then I turn around and can it if I can. So last year I canned my green beans I grew, and I canned my collards and my broccoli leaves and cabbage. Kale, some of the kale I've canned up, but I do my own sauces, my pasta sauces and salsa and stuff like that, and just tomato sauce, like all that stuff. Love it.
Hmm. Yep. I'm going to be stopping by. I'm just going to pull up. Let me see it. Show me what to do.
Listen, drop a seed and watch it grow. And you don't even have to do that. It doesn't even have to be that complicated because most people have a farmers market or a
Hmm.
um, nursery, a plant nursery, or the big box stores, which we say the blue and the orange store. You know what they are.
Hmm.
They both sell baby plants. Even Wally World does it. Like there's so many places to buy them where you don't even have to worry about dropping the seed. They did it for you. You just put the plant in your garden. So there's other ways around it. So you have to tell us more 2A in LA about the Black Tuscan kale, considering you didn't spell it right. He gets on
Wow.
my nerves, girl. I don't know if you follow his content, but he's known as the 2011 king. He buys very high end, fancy firearms and shows off.
Oh, bougie.
Yes, we call him a snob.
Oh,
He is
like
humble as they come. He
mhm.
dope content creator, but he's a snob. Some would
Uh,
say I am, but I don't. You shouldn't listen to those people. I don't know where Erica is.
I
She
like
could
them
be
all.
asleep.
So mhm.
I do too.
I like them
I
all.
definitely do. But I know that I've gotten um
Spoiled.
well, yeah. And I didn't notice until I really got into the space. I was probably purchasing more expensive firearms from the very beginning than most people did.
Mhm.
And I didn't realize that until people was like, "Well, you have what?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just got da 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 da." And they're like, "Most people don't start there." And I was like, "I
I'm
didn't
not
think that
most
was
people.
a lot."
It wasn't a lot for you. That's the thing. That people gotta stay in the bracket of where they need to be. What's not a
Yeah,
lot for you is it may be a lot for somebody else. But there are quality firearms at all price
every
points.
level. Yeah,
All price
facts,
points.
facts. Now, do they get like crazy good at certain levels? Absolutely. I
Yeah,
just
you don't
aspire to
pay
be in a
for it.
room. I'm not gonna pay for it, but I aspire to be in
We
a room with
know.
people who will.
Uh-huh.
So I will tell you at a arm event, you last year both um Team Blacksmith and 2A and LA were there. At
Mhm.
their table, it was probably 100K of firearms at that table. And it wasn't that many firearms, okay? Okay. That's all I got.
Quality, quality, quality.
I would watch people walk by, and it was two people in particular from the community, one male, one female. And I was laughing at them, but I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. And so the one came and stood by me. You might have heard of a Tactical Tina. And she came and stood by me. Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. Are you back? I can see you. Can you see us? Uh-oh. That's why I keep it budget, sir. Mess us with that. Your budget is not
Mm.
most people's budgets. She'll be back, y'all. She will be back. I think her the sound and stuff went out when it blinked out. Y'all don't have any more questions for Naturally Armed? And she is in New Jersey. If there's anybody who is looking for a instructor there, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Well, hear me. It ain't no us. Look, well, I got a lot of people in here, but we're not talking about that tonight.
What was the question?
I was asking people in the chat that they have. What up, Chaz? Any questions? That's right. Farmer Chaz is in New Jersey and she is 2A friendly. So Chaz Valentina is also known as Naturally Armed and she is in Jersey. She is a firearms instructor.
Where in
But
Jersey?
yes,
Where in Jersey?
where in Jersey are you, Chaz? Are you comfortable dropping that? Or close to spots? Central
Okay.
Jersey.
Central Jersey. All right.
Cool. Closer to New Brunswick.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in
Yes.
Newark. I'm in Newark.
Newark. Dope. So Chad, both of y'all, I believe, because I'm sure you over there on the Instagram side, chat Instagram side. So you could definitely follow Naturally Armed over there and see what she has going on. She's been at some events already. She was just somewhere, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I don't know how to sit still. I do not. I had an event in Rahway this past Saturday. And then a few days before that, I was down at Waft in Florida. And then earlier in that week, I was at a two-way Freedom Fest down in
Girl,
around Orlando area. Yeah, I don't know how to sit still. And
girl.
I'm gonna be in Atlanta the end of this month.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's true. Truth talking about. So I was about to say there's definitely y'all. When I said, well, can you hear us? That's your face. Um, Chaz said, sure will because I have been looking for an instructor.
I
I'm
got you.
really rusty. Dope. Seriously, Chaz, that's dope.
Yeah.
My aunt is a CO and she tired of being patient with me. Oh.
That's another thing I tell people. Sometimes because your family, you don't want to argue with them, and you got to go home with them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's better to let somebody outside of that family and friend group be the one that helps guide you back and train you. Because then when that's
Yeah.
over, it's over. If it's
Yeah.
your husband, your spouse, your partner, your sister, you got to go home with them. And
Yes.
y'all just mad at each other. Nah,
Yes.
let somebody else get you right, and then
Yep.
y'all can go on together.
Yeah. What I find is that people who know you, who are in your inner circle,
Mhm.
they're more candid. because they're in your inner circle. So they're going to say the things that somebody who's more professional is not going to say to you. And you be like, who you talking to? Like, it just be a whole, that's where it gets
Yeah,
contingent.
it is.
Like,
Yeah, it's too close.
yeah,
It's too personal.
it's
It's too
too
personal.
personal. I get it because I have a hard time sometimes taking um instruction from people who too close to me because the way their delivery ain't always what I need it to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of times it's just me. So sometimes I will sit back and if you give me some time, I'm like, okay, I'm out of my head with it and I can do the thing that you're saying I need to do. But sometimes I can look, it'd be hard sometimes for me to take that honest
Yep,
criticism. I
it
could take
is.
it
It
from
can be.
somebody that's not in my inner circle, but when you're in my inner circle, I'm gonna need you to have a softer delivery. I need you to
Yeah,
coddle. I
yeah.
need you to
Relax.
use
I've been
real
told
gentle.
I'm not a coddler, and I'm not. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
not, because if somebody's meaning to do you harm, they're not going to do it nice.
That's
So
fact.
I do it with love. I do it with love.
Facts. She said she found you on IG. She'll connect.
All right.
Dope. Chaz is dope. So that's I love this connection right here.
Yeah. Get my prepping action and
I
all of that
love
other
it.
stuff.
Yes, because she's a definitely she's a gardener. She's doing her thing there. I knew she was part of the 2A space. I didn't know, what all she has going on there, but I did know she was in that space. But yeah, I think that's dope. And family ain't charging you, so they feel, yeah, that's true. A lot of times, she said typically family isn't charging, so they feel they can say whatever they want. Yeah, that's possible. Definitely possible.
I put it to like my son is about to start driving. I'm not going to teach him how to drive. I am going to pay somebody else because I want him to enjoy the experience, and not be upset or me upset with him. So I put it to that. No, no, I'm going to let somebody else handle it, and then we can circle back, and then you can drive me around then. But the up to point, no. The same
When I
with firearms.
when I tell you money well spent,
Yeah. Oh
because I
yes, yes,
did that
yes,
with my
yes.
daughter when she took the driver's ed. Because no, ma'am,
We're not
mm-mm,
doing that. And we got to go
mm-mm,
home together.
mm-mm,
Absolutely not.
mm-mm. I knew how much we could bump heads just helping with homework. Do you think we go,
Exactly.
ma'am? No,
Mm-mm.
get
Even with
somebody else to do it.
even with firearms, it's
Yeah,
like I have a lot of friends that are instructors. I'll bring my son because your children don't think you know anything, or you can't know but so
yes,
much. I was like, you do know this is what I do, right? I do this. Uh, uh.
that part.
So, yep. And I'll be like, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool.
That is
And then
facts. They don't, and when they realize that you do, is they're usually grown, and they
they'd be
circle
like,
back.
they'd
They
be like,
circle back and
oh,
they're like, "Oh,
oh.
okay, Mama, you really was on your thing." Yeah, they
Yeah. I
circle
was
back.
like,
Yeah.
sir. But it is
Mm-hmm.
cool as long as I know that the person that's doing it, he's getting the right information and is reinforced. And he always still finds a way to circle back. Oh, well, they said,
Absolutely,
and I was like, well, that's right.
absolutely,
But I let him rock with it. It's the same right with basketball.
absolutely.
I'll be over on the side. He's like, you are not the coach this time.
And is
And,
I am no
and will
good
continue to be.
at sporting events. I am no good. I am that person who's going off on the coaches. I'm calling all the things out. I know. I tell people I know just about enough about most sports to be dangerous at a game
No,
to any coach.
I was terrible. I wound up, the coach said, oh, I'm running late for practice. Can you run it? Sure can.
You look, got it.
That's me. That's me. Oh, we need somebody to do the books. I got you. I'm right there.
Oh,
He
I
going to
wish that my nephew's coaches would have let me call some of the plays when he played football. I wish they would have, because it was so many times I was like, I would be up there losing it.
I have since gotten better. Like once he's gotten to high school, you got it. I'm in the bleachers. I'm clapping. I'm taking the
Oh, you're so
video.
good.
Now on the video, when he goes back to listen to it, I make no promises.
Yeah,
Yes, I said it. I sure did.
yeah.
And now he has to come and ask me. He was like, "Oh, so what you think?" I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "No, what did you really think?" Well, since you're asking,
When
then
they
here
want
we
to
go.
know the truth, that's when they ask. My
Yeah.
daughter
So
is still like that to this day. She knows I'm not going to coddle and sugarcoat anything. And so if she comes to me asking, she's going to get the real. And it still could be my opinion, but you're going to get the real of that.
yeah, you
And
asked.
so when she wants to know that she is either me or her best friend, she knows we are two people who are going to give it to her straight.
That's good.
But, you need that. Sometimes you need that person that's going to, give you that.
For
Because
sure. For sure.
but sometimes they have, just like when he's coming to you, he's in a position to accept whatever you have to say.
Mhm. People
He's
got to
not going
come
to be
to it when they
defensive.
ready.
Yep. He's
When
not
they
going to be
ready.
defensive. But if you give it to him when he ain't ready for it, now he's defensive.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I just like
Yep. Yep.
whatever you
That's
say.
all right.
We
When
here,
you
we
need me,
here.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Whenever
I
you.
love it.
Yep.
I love it. Well, we've been going for just a little over 2 hours.
Really?
I know it goes so fast, doesn't it?
So fast. So
But it's
fast.
always fast when we're having a good time. But what's great is that I think we're gonna end up meeting in person,
Oh, of
so
course.
y'all
I
might
told you
get
I'm
some
rolling.
later content.
I'm rolling up.
Actually, that part. So I was gonna say I ain't even gonna say think it's happening because I'm gonna be looking as soon as I get done with this about GunCon because I think I'm
Naturally
gonna have to
armed
pull up.
at GunCon. I'm gonna
I
be
think I'm
there.
gonna have to pull up. So everybody, I let me see, do I have any, is there still any mods in the chat who can, oh no, I pinned it. So naturally armed, the Instagram page is pinned at the top of the chat forum, so you could definitely, there she go, Carmen's still in here, so you could definitely click on that, go over there and follow, because she has been busy, y'all.
I've been
She
busy,
been
and if you
busy.
want me to come see you, I told you 10 states this year.
Listen,
Got a
how many have
plan.
you
It's a
checked out
mission.
already? I know
Uh,
you was in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, Florida, Jersey. I'll be in Georgia the end of this month. After that, I got an event with Tribal Defense in
Yep.
Maryland. Then I'll be in Nebraska with incendiary trainings.
Ooh.
And then it's back to Florida for the ARMs. I was nominated Female Instructor of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then GunCon in Ohio. And
Mm-hmm.
then a women's empowerment weekend for my birthday weekend. I'm a Leo, July 25th. I'm gonna be in Maine. Yeah. So still
See?
got a little bit of time left. So
Yes.
somebody, let's do some collaboration. Get this face in
Yes.
another space. Texas,
Hey, it's a lot happening in Texas. There's a lot of people down there.
California.
Got some Cali folks.
Yes.
There's actually quite a few people in the 2A space there, male and female. I only know
Come
of one
on.
female off the top of my head, but yeah.
Come on. One of the things in this space, because the rules unfortunately are so different in each state.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people think, oh, that it's not so bad, or it doesn't impact me. If it impacts one of us, it impacts all of us, because if they begin
Yes.
to chip away at the right, and again, the
Yes.
right to defend yourself, God given,
Yes.
God given. So we have to get together to fight this fight,
That
and
is
that's
facts. That
either
is definite facts.
donate, donate to support those organizations
Mm-hmm.
at whatever level, grassroots. I'm big on local grassroots organization, those ones that are fighting the fight, the ones that go and testify, that's right in the complaints. Get with them, support them. Or
Mm-hmm.
like Women's for Gun Rights is a big one, NRA,
Mm-hmm.
whatever those people out there that are fighting, regardless of what the past is, the NRA is looking to try to make some changes. Give people another chance.
Yeah.
There's organizations all over that are fighting this fight, but just realize it may not be happening in your backyard, but it's
Yep.
happening in somebody else's. So if it's happening over there, somebody's going to look, oh, well, maybe we can get that over here.
Yep.
Nah, we got to stop it right at the root. And the only way we're going to do it is together and through advocacy and education and empowering everyone to understand civics, their rights, and getting involved.
That is facts. That is definite facts. I remember 2A in LA doing a video about that one time because people will always say, why won't you move out of LA? Because they have those laws kind of
Mhm.
similar to the New York and Illinois and Washington where they're a lot more stricter. And he's like, you act like it could never happen to you. Like it may not be what you're dealing with now, but it can happen anywhere. Me moving doesn't change that. If I move somewhere and then now that's the thing because I know with Maryland, like I said, with the firearm my friend gave me before when she won it, she was able to get it, and within like 6 months, a law had changed, and now she couldn't get it anymore. So
Yeah. Yeah, you can't, and you don't, we're not running from the fight. We're
mm-hmm.
there. We're invested. We need to show that this is something that matters to us through whatever
Mm-hmm.
way that you're able to do it, whatever that is. Even if it's just having those conversations with family and friends, because you can be an advocate right in your own home, because you
Yeah.
might be the only person that's a gun person, a firearms or two-way person. Have those
Mm-hmm.
conversations and
Mm-hmm.
then take those conversations to bigger stages, bigger platforms, just to get the word out. If you have an
Absolutely.
opportunity to go to your city councils, your town councils, your states, they need to see faces. They need to
Yeah.
hear stories from individuals, because a lot of times they have this narrative of this
Yes.
faceless creature that they put together that's a
Yes.
firearms owner. And that's
Yes.
not the case. Like, I go and
Yeah.
testify. I'm a mom. I'm a woman. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. And anybody knows anything about Newark, Google it. The history that goes with Newark. I'm all of those things. I also work in government.
Mm-hmm.
I'm and I like guns, and I'm about
Mm-hmm.
educating and empowering people. So they need to see these different faces speaking up and speaking out about these things. And firearms
Yeah.
is one thing. The idea of being able to protect yourself and your family is the most basic of things. If a place has a problem with that, we should have a problem with it.
Absolutely.
Because that
And
means you
there's
don't care
definitely
about me.
stereotypes
Yeah.
around it. I was one of those people who fell into that before I got into it. I used to
Mhm.
be like, I don't want them nowhere near me. No, no, don't have none in my house. Nothing. All those type of things. And then it was the world was shifting, and I was like, I might need to. I need to be ready because this stuff is crazy. So it just changed my mindset
For
with it. And then
sure.
when I got into it, it definitely changed my mindset because it wasn't what I thought. And even with going to like a meetup or
Mhm.
one of these events, like I think people think the people come together and it's like, yeah, I like guns and we are guns, and it is nothing like that. Do they like
Now
guns?
you have some,
Yes,
now there's some enthusiasts for sure.
and
Yeah.
there is,
Yeah.
but the energy is not usually anything I've been to anyway has not been that way.
Right. It's
But you're right, there
it's a
are some.
community. Yeah, there's some enthusiasts, and it's a
Yeah.
community. They want to share. They enjoy it, because some of them,
Mhm.
it's how they survive. You Some places
Mhm.
you don't hunt, you don't eat. Some people it's the
That is right.
competition. It's the competition of it. It's that. Some people it's
That
the
is
stress
that.
management. Some people it's personal protection. Some people it's all of the above. Yeah.
That's facts. That is facts. Jay, I just saw you come in here, sir. Why you gonna come up in my? You better have been in them bushes this whole time. How you gonna be late? Huh? Got to get on the folks. Hey, Christopher Lewis, I see you. So, guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed this live. I have seen many, many. I will tell you this because I know you can't see the chat like I can. A
Hmm.
lot of people in the chat have commented throughout the whole live. This is a great conversation. This is a much needed conversation. This is,
Oh,
I'm
love it.
happy you did this. So
Love it.
I've seen that multiple times throughout the chat as we're throughout this 2 hours. So not even just now. Um, I've been here. I'm doing payroll. I need a check. So hit
You can
me up
send
in
one
the
over here too.
hit
Naturally
me up,
armed.
sir. I know that's right, Jay. I appreciate you, fam. You know I got to give you crap. Um, but yeah, so and typically when I have these conversations, people really enjoy them. And like I said, I think it helps introduce everyone to someone in their maybe even in their state that is an instructor, and now they're like, oh, I didn't even know they were, there. And now you got someone already reaching out to you. So I really hope that you and Chaz have an opportunity to get together and train, because I think that will be great for both of y'all. That'd be a connection. Um, and
'Cause I'm in Central Jersey. I go to some ranges in
yeah,
that area, so that it's nothing to shoot down
yeah.
there.
And it might give her also another part of the community to kind of be watching. She's I don't know how long Chas has been in the YouTube community. She is fairly new to the YouTube platform.
Hmm.
But she's probably, like most of us, we watch for a long time before we start doing content. So as far as content, I think she's fairly new
Okay.
there. So what and she's built now, she's familiar with a lot of the community within the gardening community. Now she can get familiar with some of the 2A community, because it's a big, it's definitely continually growing. I'm always being introduced to someone new in the community. I remember when Shonda came into the community. Shonda, I first saw her on 2A and LA's channel. She would be in the chat, and I'm a mod over on his channel. And then she came over and she checked out my content, and she comes through and supports and stuff. So I knew she was kind of new to the platform as far as seeing her way around and things like that. And now she done went through her first live, and she's doing content and stuff like that. So she's
Right.
growing, and it's probably only going to help her grow even more with her instructing and stuff like that. And I remember when you were there, I saw the content that was dropping when you two were together on
Yeah.
both of your pages, because it would come through on my Instagram timeline. So I saw when that was happening. That wasn't even that long ago. It was this year, wasn't it, in January?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. Look, I saw it. I'm like,
Like I
how
said,
long ago?
all over the place. She has
Yeah.
another event. Chanda has an event. I feel it's this month. I just saw something that popped up. She's doing a AR basics, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Dope.
wonderful instructor. The spirit, just the spirit that emanates off of her is
Yes.
unbelievable. So anybody that gets to be around her, you're going to be educated. You're going to have a good time, and you're going to leave feeling filled. You're not going to
I
leave
love that.
feeling like drawn and not receiving. You're going to leave filled. She's good people.
I love that. I love that. Well, I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me tonight and
Yeah, I
allowing
appreciate it
me.
too. This is a good
Yeah.
Friday night for me.
I love it. I love it. And y'all gonna see more. Trust me.
Yep.
Probably in the next couple months. Y'all gonna be like, Gina said she was gonna pull up. I and
I'm
did.
coming. I'm coming. And we're getting right back on here. Look, I'm here. I'm
Uh-huh.
here.
Uh-huh.
Let's
I
do
love it.
this.
I love it. So I hope everybody has a great night. I know that a regular gun guy is live, I believe.
Yep.
So if anybody is part of that community and want to go check him out tonight, I don't know. Usually on Fridays they don't do like an actual topic. It's like whatever they're going to talk
Just,
about.
they just be
But
chopping it up.
yep, just chopping it up. But I will see y'all in these YouTube streets. Y'all know me. I'm look. It's past my bedtime. Y'all know what it is. Shoot, they already know when we
Love
giving
it. Love it.
away another Jay.
Yes.
Hold on, Valentina. Hold on, sis. This Fifi, you was in the. I knew Fifi was in them bushes. I knew she was. That's my girl, though. That's the one I was telling you about who raises
The
chickens,
chickens.
turkeys, all the things. She be doing
Okay.
her thing. I love
Love it.
watching it. So
Love it.
Jay, I guess I was talking about all the other people who gave away firearms on their platform, but I had 4 firearms given away. Four, five, because I actually gave away a firearm. I gave away one,
Oh.
but I had Jay gave away two on my platform last year, an
Oh.
AR and a Ruger. Um,
Jay,
so
you got
that
any
was
more to give away?
look, he's that's what he's asking. So Jay, hit me up. You know how to get in touch. Hit me up, fam, if that's what you tell him, make. And we'll make it do what it do. Um, yeah, because
I'm
he's
gonna take a
super
plug for
dope.
myself. You can donate it to Naturally Armed, and they will be featured in all of my events.
Yeah, see, listen, he's Jay is dope. He's a dope supporter of the he said yes. Hit me up.
Uh,
Hit me up,
Send me
Jay.
a message, sir.
You already know I told you before. You always good over here. Um so yeah, he's super dope. He's not a content creator. He
Mhm.
does drop content, what things on Insta, but he supports this community heavy, and he give me a lot of support, and I appreciate you for that, Jay. You know I
Oh,
love
Jay
you,
sounds
fam.
great. Oh,
Um so yeah, it's so many great people that in this community is crazy. Um so yeah, and Jay is on Instagram, so you can find him over there, Jay the BGG. So it stands for the budget gun guy.
oh,
So yeah, let me see if you don't find it, let me post it in the actually I could just
send it
I'm
to
gonna
me. Yeah.
post it in the chat. Don't y'all go over there messing with my friend
You said Jay.
Jay, and it's the oh no, he's not, that's not what he is over there. My bad, Jay, I got you. It's not the same as it is. He's actually got it spelled out over there. So let me um yeah, he posts a little bit of content over there. Your page is open, right, Jay? Before I be giving your page to everybody. Y'all, he's married, so don't be going over there with no foolishness.
Yeah, you got to put that out there. Don't come over here with
Man,
the foolishness.
listen. The man is happily married. Don't
Good.
be going over there.
With your
And you gonna
shenanigans.
know because he posts his wife on his content. So don't go over there acting up. I don't want her to have to drag nobody. All right. Oh shoot. All right. Jay. Did you find him? Oh,
No,
I thought you
something
was. No, I'm
popped
about
up.
to post it in the chat. And then I'll send it to you.
Okay.
In your DM. Yeah, I'll just send it to you. But I did post his Instagram in the chat. He'll post different things, firearms related from here and there on his I'm gonna start making content. Let's go. You gonna make a whole room?
Mhm.
Listen. You better let them know, Jay. He says she a good shot also. Don't come over there playing.
Exactly. Tell them.
Don't come over there
Let them
playing.
know.
Let them know, fam.
Let them know. Don't start none, won't be none.
Don't
Families
start
that shoot
the
together, stay together. I love it.
that's one thing I figured out though once I got heavy into the space, because I love to shoot. Having somebody in your life who ain't really about that is is a downer. It's a downer. So I have to have somebody in my life who about that life. Just saying. That part, sunshine, telling the step, get the stepping in your Martin voice. But yes, fam, hit me up. We'll make it do what it do. I told you, you always good over here. Hold on, y'all. My sister's back. They hitting you with them phone calls, ain't they?
Yeah, I was like,
I
oh my
know,
goodness.
I know, because it be happening to me when I be filming. All right, so we gonna wrap it up though, and I will. We will be talking though.
We
We
will.
talking. I gotta get Shonda too. I gotta get her on here, talk to and get introduce her to some people on here because she's in Pennsylvania, y'all, and it might be some of y'all who could definitely connect with her for some instruction. So I'm gonna
Absolutely.
definitely. She's on my radar. She is. I had somebody else on my radar too, but yeah, she's definitely on my radar. Um, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what her page name is, but on IG. But I know you know her. God dang it. Um, Amber,
Amber G.
the Amber, yes, the Amber GJ,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So I my reason for going to Shot Show last year was to support her. I had never met Amber, but I was
Okay, I
following her
remember.
content and
Mm-hmm.
I knew she was speaking there. And I was like, well, I hit her up and I said, hey, I'm gonna be in Toledo. It's just an hour away. I'm gonna come up there to support you.
Okay.
And so I headed up there. Then I was like, girl, I didn't know you was a baby. She's a baby. My oldest is older than her.
We gotta support the young
Barely,
people.
but she is older than her. I think my oldest is a year older than her.
Mm-hmm.
I said, girl, you could get on my hip. You a
Yeah.
baby. But that's my girl. Amber's cool.
Mhm.
So I hope you have a great weekend though. Like I said, we will definitely be talking. And I'm about to look into this gun con thing. So if I think I'm gonna end up pulling up.
Actually armed the gun con. Come on. Just
Listen,
roll up. Roll up.
listen. And I need to do it this early so I can get in as media because I didn't do that last year because I did last minute. So yeah. But y'all have a great night. You don't have to go anywhere yet, but y'all have a great night. And I hope y'all enjoyed this live. Y'all go over there and check out Naturally Armed.
Naturally
DM
armed
Chaz says
75.
she DM'd you. That is correct, Chaz. Um, she said let's connect. So she's already DM'd you on Instagram.
All right. Let me look at my
And
other phone.
I will see y'all in these YouTube streets. Y'all have a great night. Oh, I'll see y'all on Sunday. I'll see y'all. All right. Peace, everybody. And don't forget, 2 ANLA will be premiering a video at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. That'll be 9 a.m. Central, Peace Pacific, which is 7 a.m. for those foolish people who get up that early. But I will see y'all over there in the morning. Peace.